Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. Don't forget to subscribe. And today, I want to talk about Grok AI. This is basically the artificial intelligence from XAI that is on the platform X, formerly known as Twitter. It's harming society. And outside of past reports, and I've talked about this before, on the disinformation coming out of Grok, manipulation by Elon Musk regarding some topics that he has strong opinions on, and more, Grok is now stirring up a hornet's nest of what is looking like online sex crimes. And I'm not kidding here. And let's dive in. And so there have been a lot of articles on this in the last few days, but Cecilia Anastasio of Bloomberg had a pretty good write-up on this. And if you didn't know, X has now become a top site for images of people that have been non-consensually undressed by AI. That's according to third-party analysis, with thousands of instances each hour over a day, basically earlier this week. So, since late December, X users have increasingly prompted Grok, and as I mentioned, that's the chatbot, the AI chatbot. They've been prompting Grok to alter pictures, basically, that people post of themselves. So during a 24-hour analysis, basically of images, the @Grok account posted to X, the chatbot generated about 6,700 every single hour that were identified as sexually suggestive or nudifying, and that's according to Genevieve O. She's a social media and deepfake researcher. The other top 5 websites for such content averaged 79 new AI undressing images per hour in a 24-hour period from January 5 to January 6. Again, this is according to Ms. O, who is researching this. The scale, basically, of deepfakes on X is quote-unquote unprecedented, according to Carrie Goldberg, who is a lawyer specializing in online sex crimes. Quote, "We've never had a technology that's made it so easy to generate new images," end quote. And that is because Grok is free and it's linked to a built-in distribution system, according to her as well. So, per other reports outside of Bloomberg, X-owners Elon Musk, his position has been essentially to blame the users that are doing this. And let's also not forget that people are also generating CSAM using Grok. That's child, basically sexual abuse material online, and they're using Grok to do this. That's basically illegal everywhere on the planet. And per other reporting, at the time of this recording, XAI, aka the makers of Grok, currently have no plans to fix this. I hope that changes. This obviously is a huge issue. So, I actually went looking for these apps because this situation, basically prompted me to do this. And a simple Google search brought me to dozens of sites that look pretty shady, offering to undress a picture that you uploaded for, for usually a fee. Some of them are free. Basically, some of them will turn them into adult videos. So in other words, you can undress somebody and then have them do things that make them look like they're doing things. This is a huge thing. And I'm thinking that Grok is popular for this primarily because it's free. I don't know if it does animation or not. While I went looking for these sites, I'm not using these sites, but I would be very curious to know if Grok also can animate, as well as just create pictures of people undressing. But without restrictions, anyone, including kids, could simply spin up basically an X account and start undressing people. There's no real guardrails here for this, and Elon Musk is not putting guardrails around this, which I really think he should be. And so by virtue of that, we are now starting to see, for lack of a better term, a bit of a normalization or mainstreaming of essentially this undressing. So if you find somebody interesting online or you think they're attractive, you can take his or her picture and undress them. You want to stalk your old ex or something like that, and you've got pictures, you can put them online and undress them. These are things that I think are damaging, aside from the fact that it's also memory altering as well, especially if you know what somebody looks like naked, and then you do it and the AI is not going to know, it's making approximations, but that's aside the point because it's mostly non-consensual. Right? And even if it is consensual, it's not going to be accurate. And Lord knows I didn't upload my own pictures to it because I don't want to know what the AI thinks I look like naked. But this is a huge, huge issue joking aside. And I think it's something that we really need to get a handle on. But we also really need to slap frameworks around this. I also understand that anybody can spin up some shady website that can do this and make all the promises about, oh, we're not going to keep your pictures, blah, blah, blah. But it's pretty much impossible to know that. And you can spin it up pretty much anywhere in the world and get access to it. But the point is that if we have a unified code and standards that makes this, let's say, against the law, or at least heavily regulated with some kind of consent process, those kinds of things, if for those people that actually do want to consent to this, then I think that's what we're talking about here. But either way, this is going to be, I think, a huge problem right now. But when we have sites that are doing this for free and we're getting almost 7,000 requests a second to undress whatever people are trying to undress, that's a problem. And I think it needs to be fixed. And I'm really not a fan that right now, basically, we're blaming the users. And yes, it is the user's fault, but it is also a shared responsibility that we have to put guardrails around, because again, kids can be doing this too, and they can be generating pictures of kids, which is a deeply, deeply troubling and disturbing thing. So there you go. I'd say best of luck to us all, but I don't see this one going away anytime soon, and I only see it getting worse, at least in the foreseeable future. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please, please, please attempt to stay private, informed, and secure. Take care.